I'm going to help the incels, red pill, whatever people, um, with some quick tips here. I don't want people to think I'm always attacking them and making fun of them, which I'm not really making fun. I'm always trying to help, actually. But I'm watching that TV show Netflix, Adolescence. Got one more episode to go. And there's even kids talking about 80% of the women like 20% of the guys and all this stuff. And how red pill is basically seeing reality. It's the craziest thing ever. It's the craziest thing I ever saw. Because I promise you, anyone who claims I promise you, at least 90% of people who claim red pill ain't based. They don't base their thoughts on reality. They don't. They only base their thoughts on what they think is reality when it comes to women. It's not a reality thing. If it was reality based, it would be science based, and it's not science based. It's based on feelings mostly. But anyway, let me get to the 10 things you can do to get you chicks. And the list is much longer than 10, but I'm just give these 10 basic ones because you should be doing at least if you consider yourself if you are an incel or a red pillar who complains about girls and the state of relationships and stuff, you need to be doing 7 out of these 10. You need to be doing 7 out of these 10. If you're not doing 7 out of these 10, you're not that serious. So in my opinion, you should stop complaining. That's just how I feel. So number one, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Make yourself an appointment. It's going to cost a little money, but your ass needs to go to the doctor. Check your cholesterol, check your testosterone, check your vital organs. Just check it out. See where you are. Number one is go to the doctor. And I know that sounds like one that's not important, but it is. Because it's going to suck. You find a woman of your dreams, and next thing you know, you catch a heart attack or some shit because you're really out of shape, whatever the fuck. It's not a joke. Go to the doctor. That's number one. Number one is go to the doctor. If you haven't been there within the past year and a half, you need to go again. You need to go again. Trust me. Number one is go to the fucking doctor, get a checkup. Trust me on that, all right? That's number one. Number two, I would say start learning a new language. You could download Duolingo. I would say learn the language of like the type of women you like, or the language that a lot of the women you like speak. It's very very helpful. It can open a lot of doors for you. So number two is definitely start learning a new language, and you ain't even got to be fluent. You just got to know enough to hold like a 5 minute conversation, and you are blowing minds. So you could download Duolingo. I believe it's free. I got the paid version because I hate ads. But you could do that like 30 minutes a day for like 2 months straight. You're going to have the basics of a new language down. Like you really are. So half hour every day, 2 months, learn a new language. That's going to help your ass a lot. So those are the two things so far. Doctor, learn a new language, okay? Number three, go to the gym. Start going to the gym. And if you can't go to the gym, work out at home. All you need is gravity and resistance bands. Now, resistance bands are basically those stretchy bands with handles on it that you like connect under, over, or on the side of your door, and you pull it. And when you're pulling, you're working your biceps and your back. When you're doing push-ups on the ground against gravity, you're working your chest and your triceps. And you could put the resistance band under your foot, one end under your foot, the other end in your hand, lift it, and you'll be working your shoulders. If you want to work your legs, that's easy. Just do squats at home and do the sitting against the wall. Try to hold it for as long as you can. Do that 3 or 4 times whenever you want to do legs, and do some squats. Your legs will be in shape. You'll get in shape. That's all you need. That's all you need. Gravity, resistance bands, and you're able to get in shape. Trust me on that. If you need to warm up, you don't want to do jumping jacks, do like 1,000 punches, like do 100 at a time. And in between, you could throw in a few kicks. I know kicking ain't comfortable, but trust me. So, like I said, doctor, language, um, workout. Number four is new, I don't want to say new hobby, new activity. Develop a new activity that the type of women you like are interested in. I always say yoga is an example, and it actually is. I think it's a great example, but I guess maybe not a lot of guys are into yoga women. I just figured most guys are because they're flexible, they're healthy, they're usually like not overweight. So I would say like start at home. You know, you could do some stretches and stuff at home. Get a little decent at stretching, so when you join a yoga class, you don't look like a weirdo, and you can actually show that you're kind of flexible, and you'll definitely be around a lot of women with that. So and it's just an example. It could also be dance. You could start taking some tango classes or some salsa, bachata. You'll definitely meet women by doing that, like 100%. So we got those four. I'm not going to go over all the lists because my memory is not that great. I would say number five. Number five is an easy one. Take more shots. This is probably one of the last ones you got to do, you know, depending on where you are with as a person, like how you look and all that stuff. But take more shots, even if they're little shots. Just start. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Start off with the little shots, the little layups. Like for example, let's say you're at a restaurant, you're at a fucking deli or something somewhere, and there's a cute girl behind a cash register, and this is a place where you don't live, you're not going to see her often. You could easily just be like, when you buy stuff, thank you, you're very pretty, by the way. Just little baby steps. Like it'll really help. Just little baby steps. You tell her she's very pretty, and then maybe the next day or the next week is another girl like, hey, what's your name? And she tells you, I'm just asking because you're very pretty. Just little steps, and see how you feel and see how you deal with their positive and or negative responses to you. So those little baby steps would definitely help a lot. So number six, I would say number six would probably be check the way you dress. I understand a lot of people want to dress to express themselves. That's fine, but a lot of times the way you dress to express yourself may be pushing away the kind of women you like. So I can feel comfortable being a goth and wearing dark clothes all the time and all this stuff. But unless you're trying to get some goth or rocker chicks, most other women aren't into that, especially grown ass women. You know, on average, they're not really into that. I mean, but if you are into that, you gotta go to places where those girls go, like concerts and stuff. But typically, you gotta check the way you dress. You definitely gotta check the way you dress. You wanna. My advice would be dress well and somewhere casual, but clean looking. You know, maybe a little collar shirt, some pants, maybe untuck the collar shirt so it don't look like you're going to church or to work. Just something that looks presentable. You know what I mean? Just something presentable. And make sure your stuff is clean and ironed. So yeah, take care of your clothes and shit. I don't know if that was 6 or 7, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. I would say, oh my god, another pointer, guys. You don't just brush your teeth. A lot of people don't know this. Hold up. God damn it, phone. You don't just brush your teeth. You do not just brush your teeth. There's 3 things you got to do when cleaning your teeth. And my teeth do not look so white right now, so I can't talk shit. But I just finished eating red soup, so that's why it looks like that. All right, so next thing is like this. What was I saying? Shit. You don't just brush your teeth. There's 3 things you should do at least once a day. You brush your teeth, you floss, and you clean your fucking tongue. Let me show you. Because y'all niggas think I'm joking. Y'all be having badass breath. You should have these 3 things. Toothbrush. This cleans the tongue. This is designed for cleaning the tongue. And this is flossing. And if you think I'm bullshitting, you can Google it right now. Squeak it. There's lots of diseases you can get in your gums if you don't floss because brushing doesn't get it out. And the tongue and flossing also helps your breath to smell better. And cleaning your tongue helps your breath to smell better as well. I don't think you're going to get infections on your tongue if you don't brush it, but it's a good idea for your breath to use it. Mouthwash is also good as fuck. So that's that. That's 7 or 8. I'm going to get to the comments after. All right, so I think I'm up to number 8. Don't want to be bullshitting. I think I'm up to number 8. Let me see if I can sit this down so I don't have to hold it. That's what she said. All right, I would say another tip. Oh man, I have a lot though. I'm just trying to pick the best ones for the last 3. I would say, you know what? I would say go out. Sometimes, if you're not a person who goes out, because I used to do this. This one's from personal experience, because I was a person who didn't start even drinking until I was 20. I'm not telling you to drink. I'm not telling you that, but if you're an incel or whatever the hell you guys call yourselves, try to go out sometime. Just try to go out and maybe have a a little drink of wine or maybe a shot of something, and just go out to some cheap place. Oh my God, I'm a spasm out. Just go out to some cheap place and see how it goes. Like really, just go out to some cheap place, watch people dance, just put yourself in that environment. And I say that because when I first started partying and stuff, I had a friend with me, and we were together like all the time when I was partying. But then he ended up getting a girlfriend, and she stopped letting him go out. But I made myself go out because I didn't want to get back into my depression. So I made myself go out and be around these people, and kind of observe like how people are dressing, what people are dancing to, what music they like. And then I, end up listening to this type of music. I bought some of the clothes, but developed my own style from what I saw people doing, and it helped me to blend in a little more. So I would say definitely go out sometimes to some cheap place. You ain't gotta go to no expensive place. And once in a while you could get lucky. Like I would say the luckiest I ever got, because somebody here says some shit like it's easy because you're an 8. Most of the guys are 5s. I'm 5'8". You don't know what you're talking about, but I'll keep going. Um, I would say the luckiest I got in New York, and this is when like I wasn't popular, no one knew me, and I was going out by myself. And it wasn't common that I got lucky, but I'll say the luckiest I got was this one time I was at. Oh, it was my birthday. It was literally my birthday, but it had nothing to do with my birthday. My friend Jose was there. Um, I don't know. I went on my birthday, probably like my 24th birthday or something. I don't remember. And I didn't even dress up or nothing special. I just had on like a black hoodie, black pants, white sneakers, like nothing special. And for some reason, this white woman, I don't know what her, and she was older than me, like much older, like maybe 36, 37. For some reason, she just, I guess she heard it was my birthday. And like all night, she just kept like, not, I don't want to say bugging me, but she just kept giving me attention. Now, the thing about me when I'm drunk and when I'm drinking, I only like the girls I really want. You know how some people get drunk and they're like ugly girls become beautiful? I've never been like that a day in my life. How it works is when I'm drinking, if I'm into you, I'm really into you. If I'm not into you, I don't want to be next to you. I'd rather be by myself than with someone I'm not into. That's how I am when I'm drunk. When I'm sober, I'm more likely to give a girl I'm not into a chance when I'm sober. When I'm drunk, I want nothing to do with a chick I'm not into. It's like I'm honest, like, yo, I'm not into you, get out my face. But this woman, I wasn't into her or not into her. I was enjoying her conversation, but I guess because she was so much older than me, she was like 38 or something, but she was attractive. But because she was so much older, I guess I would have preferred a younger woman, but she was attractive. So I was like really on the fence. But she kept buying me drinks, buying me drinks, buying me drinks. I'm like, what the fuck? And then next thing you know, like a light flashes and I'm at her place. And we're getting it on and stuff. And she was a multimillionaire, or her husband was a multimillionaire. I remember I got there were like 3 cars in a driveway, big ass. It was the craziest thing that ever happened to me any night of my life, drinking. And I'm happy I got out of there by morning and nothing bad happened. But I just got really lucky. Like I didn't approach her, nothing. I just got lucky. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I would say last one, I would give the tip for is try to play less video games. Really, try to waste less time. I know that's hard for a lot of people, but I'm gonna tell you guys something. There's a lot of things I'm really good at, and one thing my friends know that I'm good at. Anyone who knows me knows when I hibernate, I'm really good at self-discipline. So I did this in Russia. I did it in New York. I would set certain rules for myself for about 5 to 6 months. I would always do that. So maybe I would say no alcohol, 6 months straight, easy. I won't touch a drop. No video games, 6 months straight. No partying, 6 months straight. I just do that sometimes because it's good to do that because you develop in other areas. So one of the things I did when I was hibernating was learn Russian. I was just studying Russian every day, watching Russian movies, learning Russian music every day for like 5, 6 months. Next thing you know, 2, 3 years later, I'm touring all of Russia and I'm popular. Just 5 months. So you got to learn to sometimes lock yourself away from distractions and just buckle down and do something for like a bunch of months straight. And let that day, like your last day of strictness or hibernation, be your goal. So usually I hibernated from like usually December 1st to May 1st. That was my usual hibernation. So starting December 1st, I just stop whatever it is I thought I needed to stop, whether it's partying, whatever, I just stop. And May 1st, when summer's back, whatever, I start again. So usually I'm working out and all that stuff. So yeah, those are the 10 tips, man. And I think if you do 7 of those 10, you won't be an incel. It's impossible. If you honestly do 7 of those 10 things, you won't be an incel anymore, a red pill dude. All right, let me get into this shit. What up, my brother? You talking about getting chicks, being attractive is a big key, of course. Ugly men complimenting women is different. Well, yeah, of course. You're an 8. Most guys are a 5. Totally different game. No, it isn't. I completely disagree with you. In New York City, I'm not an 8. You out of your mind. In New York City, I'm a 5 like everybody else. I'm 5'8". I ain't rich. And when I was living in New York, I was living in Queensbridge Projects when I was going out every night. Queensbridge Projects. And girls still came over. That was the crazy part. I mean, they were scared as fuck. But no, I'm not an 8. Maybe some countries, sure. In some countries, even a 9. Absolutely. But in America, New York, no. I'm a 5 like everyone, like most other guys. Nothing special. I see mouthwash. Make them. Yeah, mouthwash is also awesome. Make them laugh. Of course, that helps. I made my reaction video to your racism video. I saw the pop up notification. You get the money, then the bitches. Money, of course, of course. That's number one, to be honest. But I didn't think I had to mention that. Used to be the case. The Scarface quote in 2005. I think looks Trump money. I think looks Trump money. I don't get it. Used to be the case. I think Trump. I don't know what you mean. Where not it's from QB. Okay, but anyway, um, yeah, I think if you do those 10 things, because I don't think I know anyone who claims to be red pill or incel, but watching this show, Adolescence, and listening to these young kids talk about how 80% of the girls, like 20% of the guys, and all this crap guys are complaining about, it's just kind of sad, you know. It's just kind of sad to me because these dudes don't know that most of them, even if they're 5 or 4 or 3, the reason why they're, what is it called, forced celibate, some shit like forced celibacy, I don't know, is mostly their fault. It's mostly their fault. It's mostly their fault. Like, you could be ugly, but if you ugly and not in shape, that's your fucking fault. That's your fault. Like, it's crazy. You could be ugly and in shape and it could even out. Ugly and in shape, it'll even out. You get in good shape, but you're ugly, it can even out. He ugly, but damn, girl, his body, right? But if you ugly and out of shape, that's your fault. And you're talking about incel. Get out of here. Other guys with money will always lose to a poor 8 or 9. Who is lying to you? That is the biggest lie I ever read in my life. Ugly guy with money will always lose to a poor 8 or 9. Stop. You sound crazy. Stop. That is insane. That is insane. I can't believe you believe that. Yo, I don't know if you pill, weird city. Can't even talk red pill. But somebody lied to you badly. Because that is a terrible, terrible lie. Trust me, dude, it's the reality. No, man. It is not the reality. I don't know if, I don't think you really, are you a traveler? Because it doesn't sound like you travel to even say something like that. That is crazy. You lose to a poor 8 or 9. That is hilarious, dude. Hell no. That money make you look tall. You're damn right. You're damn right, Mook. What is he talking about? What the hell? I can't believe what I just read. A poor 8 or 9. Wow. Okay. Yeah, tell that to all the celebrities, dude. Oh my God. Tell that to all the millionaires. Say that to a millionaire. Watch them lose their shit. Are you kidding me? Yeah, these women are, for example, these famous women on Instagram are flying out to see the ugly poor guys. No, they are not. The first thing is the guys with money. They're always first in line. They're always going to be the first in line. I got money. Maybe I don't go out. You don't. It's either you don't have as much money as you think you do, or you don't go out enough. Because that is the craziest thing I ever heard. Me as a person who's been to at least 30 countries and more than 100 cities, that is the craziest shit I ever heard. Even for a red pill person, that is insane. To be honest with you, Philko, I had 6-pack and pecs in my early 20s and I got turned down by over 1,000 women. And you want to know something? Well, a chest and 6-pack, you don't really walk around with your shirt off, to be honest. So I mean, being in shape is good because no matter what, you're going to get rejected more if you're out of shape, period. So being in shape is good. But there's something I noticed about myself, and I mentioned this. When I get in shape, I get rejected more. And I was thinking, like, man, maybe these girls don't like muscles. It was my approach. So, like, there were times where I'd be in good shape, and every day I wear a wife beater and, like, some jeans and, like, kind of show off my muscles. But when I didn't have muscles, I was actually dressing well. I wore shoes, slacks, tie, and stuff to look presentable. And it took me to like my 30s to realize that they weren't rejecting me because I had muscles. It was my appearance and my style was different. If I had mixed the two, like I had the muscles and stuff, but I still wore the slacks, the tie, and the collar shirt, I would have done much better. But every time I was in shape, I always wanted to show off my muscles, and it didn't really work out because it made me, and I'm sure my behavior was different as well. So a lot of times, it's not really how you look, it's the behavior that comes with your look. And a lot of times when we feel certain ways about ourselves, we express it with our behavior. And I think that's what I was doing. You know, like that's what I was. So I see a girl come, I kind of, like, I probably don't even notice, but I kind of flex, like, hey, how's it going? And I kind of look like a jerk. But when I wore like a suit and a tie or whatever, and I didn't have the muscles, I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's your day? Something more nice and less aggressive looking. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, girls don't like muscles. That's not what it was. It was how I was behaving when I had muscles. So I learned to not do that. So if I wear like a decent, normal, like polo shirt or something, and you could kind of see some muscles through it, that's cool. When I'm just wife beater every day and those small ass shirts muscle guys wear to make them look bigger, a lot of girls don't like that because you look like an asshole who's just trying to fuck chicks. You know, so that's one thing I noticed. Confidence is a big chick magnet. Yeah, confidence can't be faked. It can be, but you know, I don't know. I'm not an expert on this, but I will tell you one thing. From all my experiences in New York, Russia, whatever, I would say if there's one thing I learned about getting chicks that works, I don't know if it's confidence. Because some of the chicks I got that I really, really liked in my time, I was nervous as fuck around them. Like, my hands sweating and shaking and, like, bad, like, bad. And this is a while ago, way before Russia, but, like, in New York, it was bad, but it worked for me sometimes. You know, I would say if one thing was the most important, and I'm not an expert, but at least for me, in my experiences, it's being different, but not in a negative way. That's what always got me to where I got who I wanted. Like when I think of the top women I've ever had in my life, I was always so different to them, but not in a negative way. Whether it was good or even just neutral, not even a good thing, just a neutral thing. I was just so different, and it grabbed their interest. I can go from the first girlfriend to the last one. I was always so different. So, like the very first girlfriend I had from Ukraine, she found me so different because I spoke Russian. I watched Russian music. Watch Russian music. I watched Russian movies, listened to Russian music, and her family was racist. But she gave me a shot and was with me for 2.5 years because I was just so different. She didn't even like that I spoke Russian. She forced me to learn Ukrainian. But because I did know Russian, it was easy for me to learn Ukrainian, and we could speak a little bit in Russian to each other, speak a little bit in Ukrainian to each other. It blew her mind. And I actually got my first girlfriend like that. I was incel teenager all the way till I was 20 years old. And that's what happened after I taught myself Russian. Nervous around pretty women. Yeah, this is way back. This is way before Russia. So it's a different time. You like girls that are different, sure. Okay, weird city number one. Stop comparing guys and girls, bro. Guys aren't just like, oh yeah, I want a girl who's different. They want the average guy wants a girl who's hot. Cut it out. They want a girl who's hot. Where are you getting this stuff? Of course, girls like an attractive guy, but a girl's way more likely to lower her physical standards than a guy. If she can. If she can. Not a lot of guys are able to lower their standards and still get a decent girl. Usually we get who can take us. Like us average guys, we don't want to lower our physical standards. Our problem is we try to get the hottest girl we get no matter how crazy she is. And that's the problem with the average guy. With the average girl, I think they can lower their standards on attractiveness, but they kind of miss red flags of danger and they're attracted to that. So it's very often like women getting beat up and hurt and stuff by their husbands or boyfriends. And she's like, oh, I don't know why he would do this to me or cheating on her. I don't know how. And this dude show like a million red flags to her. But maybe because he's really good in bed and or attractive or has money, she puts up with it and she ignores the red flags. And then she ends up, I don't know how this happened. Because you weren't paying attention. You were too into the D, or you were too into the green, or you were too into his eyes. Like that. But usually money's the number one. It's the number one. Period. Money's the number one. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that. You got to know how to act as well as look good. As well as, well, yeah. But, okay, so my first girlfriend liked me because of the Russian thing. What was the next girl I got? That, oh, the girl took me to Germany. You know, I don't know why she liked me. I have no idea. I mean, she was taller than me, definitely better looking than me, way more money than me. I have no idea why. But she left me anyway, like quick. Like, soon as I got to Germany, she's like, it's over. I was like, what the fuck I'm here for? She's like, I wanted to show you around. I'm like, this is some bullshit. I tend to fast on days that hold on, I gotta talk to my sweet face. Days that I approach women, just drink water to ease my nerves. Holy shit, that's some interesting shit. I never heard of that. Hopefully people read that. It can help other people. That sounds interesting and creative. Oh, I got a headache. I stood up too fast. Okay. Mouth face.
Yeah.
I'm doing a live and then I'm going to gym in like 10 minutes, so I play with you later? Okay. You're going to like it, I think. It might be confusing, but you should try. Okay. And they even changed a little bit 6-on-6. So everything's different. You okay, love? Tired?
No, just don't want to.
Okay, the camera's this way, left face. Okay, love you. Okay. She hates when I live and stuff, I guess. She's like, get the fucking camera out the fucking room. Anyway, what was I saying? It helps. Yeah, that's cool. Let me wrap this up. Head to the gym. Oh, I got a headache a little bit. But the gym should make it feel better. I gotta brush my teeth before I go eating that red soup. Okay, so all right, let's so yeah, girl to and then the next girl actually she was just attracted to me. The one who broke my heart, like really broke it, was just attracted to me. That's all. I don't know what she saw in me because the day like she finally like for good left me, she gave me like a whole 10-minute speech of why she doesn't like me. And I'm like, then why'd you have sex with me? Like, I tried to avoid it. Like, I tried to avoid sex with her because I didn't want to get my hopes up. And she did it. Like, I mean, first of all, let me not say she did it. We did it, of course. But she was definitely the initiator. She purposely missed her bus to New Jersey so she had to come over my house. Like, purposely. I'm like, yo, you're going to miss your bus. You're going to miss your bus. Yo, she knew what she was doing. She basically duded me. She smashed and then went on her way. That's literally what she did. It was crazy. Crazy. It was crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know what else I gotta say, guys. I'm reading the comments and stuff. Yeah, just I don't know. Just I think a lot of guys, just a lot of people, just like complaining instead of doing things they gotta do to, fix the situation. You get one life. The more you, the more time you spend complaining, the less time you have to fix it. The more time you spend complaining, the less time you have to fix it. Your life is on a clock and it's ticking. You're going to spend that time complaining instead of fixing the situation or making it the best situation possible. Like, I don't understand the mentality. 4 just settle with the 5? Fuck that. Or should a 4 just settle? I don't. You guys use these numbers, and with these numbers, it could be misleading because you could be a 4, but you have a $5 million bank account. So like, I don't like these numbers. They're just confusing as hell. I don't approach like that anymore. I just see escorts. All right, that's fine. Like, I ain't judging nobody what they do. You're just trying to smash. But if you're trying to have a family and children or something like that, if you want those things, then escorts are just temporary. You're just doing that to get some relief. But if you're looking to actually meet someone in your life to share your life with and all that shit, then you need to step it up and do other things than just escorts. You should be smashing escorts like going to see a movie, just something to do and get it over with. But you should never consider an escort as a serious woman. Never. Trust me on that. The odds of you getting a good woman who's an escort that's trustworthy is less than 5%. Unless you're really rich, your money could probably whip her into shape. But unless you got some big bankroll, and even that, niggas get divorced, they take half the money. So yeah, just don't go with an escort. Like that's just the worst idea. Escorts are fun, but if you're looking for a future and children and shit, definitely don't do an escort. Definitely don't. Look at the character. And escorts are great women. I think they provide an amazing service. I wish it was legal everywhere. I think they're awesome. I have nothing but respect for escorts. You know, I would never call them not prostitute. What is it like, hoe or whatever? I don't speak about them like that. You know, they do what they do, and they make a lot of men happy. Shit, they prevent a lot of violence. You know what I mean? The most happiest place I ever seen on earth, happiest, not the nicest, but the happiest place I ever seen on earth with men was always where the girls were giving it up the most. Hands down, where the girls are giving it up the most and it's easiest to get laid, the most relaxing, calm, least violent atmosphere you can fucking imagine. Hands down. I kind of miss that place. I'm thinking about going back. You ignore me, homie? You didn't say nothing special. What did you say? You said, I'm pitiful. All right, what am I supposed to say? You gotta know how to act. I read your comments. What are you talking about? Online dating? Well, sure. That's how you meet people at first, right? You connect through the internet, then you meet and see if you like the person and go on your dates, whatever. Man, I'm so happy I don't have to do none of that shit anymore. I'm so happy. The last 5 years of my life, I didn't have to do none of that shit. It has nothing to do with the wife either. It's just 5 years ago, I said, I'm not meeting any girls unless they're brought to me. That's been longer than 5 years. Like six years, I think. I haven't had to do none of that normal dating shit. It's either the girls were brought to me or, yeah, the girls were just brought to me. They were always just brought by girls I knew and girls who needed jobs and stuff. Yeah. I was sugar daddying too. I gotta make a video about my sugar daddy days. Yeah, I gotta represent for the sugar daddy days. That was awesome. Shit, I might do the live now while my wife's playing Overwatch. I might make a video about my sugar daddy days. You monogamous with your woman? That is our business. What was I saying? Yeah, man, the sugar daddy days. I liked sugar daddying. In Russia, I liked it. I mean, I liked it. I honestly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I'm gonna give a preview because I'm gonna make my sugar daddy video because I'm not a sugar daddy now. I'm a husband, so I'm not gonna sugar daddy a girl when I have a wife. But before I was actually married and I was sugar daddying, I would say I liked it because two reasons. I liked it for one because it sped things up. It sped things up so fast. So like maybe if I wasn't a sugar daddy, I'd have to go on 5 dates before I could hit. But when I'm sugar daddying, it's like the first night and her friend. It's like it was always like everything was super fast. And number two is when you're sugar daddying, she basically has to listen to you. Period. Like she has to listen to you or you just cut her off. And I loved it. You know, I loved it. I remember I think the best sugar daddy experience I ever had, and I had a lot, but my favorite, damn, that's a tough one. Paul Ferret was awesome too. But she was annoying. Okay, my best sugar daddy experience ever was with this really, really, really attractive girl. And I'm not even gonna, y'all could go see who she is too. Um, Damn, did I take those videos down? I think I did. But she was part of one of my Christmas photo shoots. And she's the girl who was twerking in the video. She's like really white skin, bubble butt, thin, and very cute. YouTuber rejected from the YouTuber rejected from Eve to Zero. I have no idea what that is. What was I saying? She was really cute, really attractive, and I was always trying to get with her, like writing her on Instagram and writing her on VK. And one day I finally just said, I said, no, fuck you, know, just come be with me. I'll take care of you, because you've asked me for money like 3 times. And I always told you no, but hey, just be my girl. I'll give you money every week, and you'll be straight. You won't have any more problems. She came over the next day, and I mean, the money I was paying her was like maybe $100 a week. You know, I was already in 6 figures, so I didn't even notice it. So I was seeing her like 3, 4 times a day. I mean, she was also cooking and cleaning and bringing me her friends for $100 a week. And of course, I gave her little tips here and there to do things. So let's say 150 a week. But for her, that was good money. She was happy as fuck. I didn't even notice 150 a week. I didn't even notice it. And I think we did this for like a month, and then it ended when one of her friends came from another city to stay with her, and we were all like threesoming or whatever. And then at one point, I just smashed her friend, and then she said like, "Why would you do that without me?" And I was like, "I could do what I want, you know. You listen to me." She goes, "Not anymore. The deal's off." So she just said she doesn't want the money, and she just went off. You know, she came to do the photo shoot after we broke up, but after that, she just really felt hurt that I would do her friend without her there, or even telling her, which I understand, you know. But I probably could have kept her if I was like, "Oh, I'll give you 200," but no, I didn't try. She just went, and I was like, "Fuck it." I had fun. I was with her for a month. That's a long time. Like usually after 5 smashes, I get tired of any girl. 5 smashes, I get the point. So I was good. I just really liked her because she had a lot of cute friends, and she brought me at least 3 of them. But the last one was incredible. I couldn't resist, so I had to see her alone. And so YouTuber with great content. I guess a YouTuber rejected from E to Zero. Maybe I'll check it, but I can't. I don't know. I can't really listen to these incels. Like, here's the thing with me. I don't really want to listen, watch, or communicate with somebody I'm not going to learn anything productive from. What the fuck am I going to learn from an incel? That is the last thing I want to be. That is the last thing I want to do with my life is be an incel. What the fuck is that going to get me? Like, what am I going to learn from an incel? Like, you guys got to fill me in. What the fuck am I going to learn from an incel? What I expect from an incel is life sucks. No one likes me. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hell is that going to do for me? Sitting around listening to you complain that you're forced celibate. What the fuck is this? Like, I just don't know what I'm gonna learn. He's a great storyteller. I don't want to hear his sad fucking stories. I don't give a fuck about his sad stories. That's not going to build me in any way. It's not going to build me. I don't want to just sit and listen to your sad stories. Nah, I'm good. I don't watch them fucking YouTubers who incel and red pill and complain about life. If anything, I'm gonna watch someone who's funny. If they're funny, okay, I just laugh. But more than that, like people I could learn from, like people who do good things, like catch child predators, or people who invest. I want to see what they're investing in. Wait, how to use loans. What's it called? Like the business trick. Borrow, loan, die. I got to research it because I learned this how I started investing in Bitcoin again, and it really, really, really helped. Yeah, you better join the gym. Um, yeah, I like learning shit, man. I don't want to watch just people complain, and I like keeping positive energy around me. I like keeping smart people around me. I like you guys claim red pill, but I like real red pill people, as in scientists and stuff. I like watching videos from scientists, great debates, things to expand my mind. Not into no pseudoscience or none of those. What is it called? None of that magic shit or uh, whatever y'all be talking about. You know, I kind of stay away from that stuff and just stay to reality. You know, and sometimes I watch things just expand my mind. Like, what would life be like in a fourth dimension? You know, we have 3 dimensions here. What if there's a fourth dimension? You know, that shit's crazy when you think about it. Because if you look at a two-dimensional thing like a square on a piece of paper, you can see the square, but if someone's inside the square, all they could do is go up, down, left, right, and they have no idea that you exist over there. You know, because you guys get it. But yeah, fourth dimension thoughts are really awesome. I'm going to get 100K subscribed. Law of attraction. I ain't paying that shit no attention. I thought I'd just tell you because I thought said in one of your videos that you wanted to know of the incel YouTuber names. Yeah, I wanted to watch a video. I don't want to watch their videos, but I wanted to watch a specific video on what red pill is from a red pillar. What exactly is it? If you could find me that video, that would be great. I'll watch it when I go to the gym in like 5 minutes. What exactly the fuck is red pill? Because when I'm reading online, it's people see reality. That's bullshit. Fuck you, a red pill, and you believe in law of attraction. That don't make no fucking sense. Red pill is not something based on reality in general. It's based on how you see reality with women. That's what it sounds like. So red pill being based on just reality of life is bullshit. How you religious and you red pill? fuck are you talking about? Like, isn't there AI? Don't you guys talk to AI about these things? Like, just look into AI. Like, there's some good AIs out there that'll just explain this thing to you with no feelings attached. And you'll be like, wow, that shit doesn't make sense. AI be like, no, it doesn't make fucking sense. And then it'll hurt your feelings, but just go talk to AI about these crazy things you people believe. But yet you're red pill. I don't get it. Are you chat? Well, I hope you do. I hope you do, because if you're red pill, you should be. Because Chat GPT is pretty damn decent. Like anything you believe in, just talk to Chat GPT about it. Have an actual conversation. Have an actual conversation about your law of attraction, your religion, whatever the hell it is. You will be surprised. Karma, you'll be surprised. Because none of that shit is red pill. If it's not testable, it's not realistic. That's just how life works. You know what I mean? If it's not testable, it's not realistic. Grok is terrible. I tried it today. Grok is terrible. Grok is ass. I even told it, you're a bad AI. Grok is ass. Terrible. Terrible. I had some basic questions today. It's fucking terrible. But ChatGPT is pretty decent. Yeah, pretty decent. Hell no. Nah, I don't like Grok at all. It's ass. Asked it my favorite question, some stupid ass answer. I was like, the fuck is that? And not even, I can actually, it should be saved, right? If it's saved, I can actually have it uploaded to the channel as photos. Because I had a debate with it today. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? That's the stupidest bullshit I ever heard. But anyway, I'll get to that conversation later. I don't like Grok. Maybe if I talk about other topics, it'll be better. But nah, it's not that great from what I see. But all right, any more comments, guys? Got to get out of here soon. About to go to gym. Brush my teeth first, go to gym. Upload your AI debates. It was my first AI debate. I just asked him what Jesus looked like. He said, he was like, there's no clues. No one has any idea. No evidence. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? You're the worst AI ever. They give a description of him in the Bible. Yeah, but it could be metaphoric. I'm like, yeah, but you should at least mention that if it's metaphoric. You still need to mention how they describe him in the fucking Bible, because when they describe his hair, his eye, his feet and stuff, they're describing him. Half of it could be, like description, metaphorically, whatever, and the other half could be description. The other half could be metaphor. But you should mention that. And you should also mention the scientists and anthropologists who describe how he most likely looked for the people of his time. I'm like, how are you not going to mention that? Like, that's what the good Chat GPTs mention. They mention all of that. The description from the Bible, the description from scientists, and come down to a most likely conclusion. This shit didn't even do that. I was like, you're the fucking worst fucking AI ever. Like, you don't even mention what the Bible said about him. Like, get the fuck out of here. Terrible ass AI. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, it was the first debate I had. What the fuck is that? But Ask.ai is a good one. Ask AI is a good one. Grok work better for finding me short squeeze stocks than. Oh well, that's something different. All right, I guess I don't know about that. They can help you with investing. No, I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't trust that, because Grok is something, and AI is something that everyone has access to, and if everyone has access to something, and like they're using it for, let's say, for example, lots of people who invest, they're using AI, and they're all getting the same or similar answers. Not everyone's going to make money. That's not really how it works. The minority make money. The majority spend money. That's how investing usually works. Most people lose money when investing. So I don't know if I'd listen to it. If you ask the right questions, I guess. Can they really? Can they really? I never thought of that. Yeah, I never thought of fucking. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna use it for my. I don't know, cause That's just scary to me. Not if I just lose. Yeah. So why am I going to listen to ChatGPT where lots of investors are going to ask, or Grok? Like, most people are going to lose money. Like, if there was a secret private one that only answered to the paying subscribers, I'd probably listen to it, because not everyone has access to that. Not everyone's going to do what it says. Just a select few. You see what I'm saying? But it's open. So like, whenever I see something in the newspaper like, this stock is going to blow up, this stock is going to blow up, I don't touch it. I don't touch it because it's too late. It's already in the fucking paper. You know, I gotta find it before everyone else knows. That's how you really get money. Because if you do it when everyone else doing it, you're gonna lose money like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? You can't. When you're investing, you can't do what everyone else is doing. You're gonna lose money. You know what I mean? And if you are gonna do what everyone else is doing, you got to do it long term, so you can almost guarantee an income, guarantee a profit. You got to stay long term. But if you're short term and you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're gonna go broke. My tragedy helped me find NCR before I found growth, and I got into it and rolled the short squeeze from $3 to $10. I had options contracts. I'm in Rolls Royce then by June. I'm in Rolls Royce. It's going to E10 by June. Oh, 10 euros? 10 euros. I guess is what you mean. I don't know that symbol. I guess is euros. Well, I don't know about it. Maybe I'll try it. I do got some extra money. I can try to invest in some short stuff. Maybe. Oh, hell. I'll mess around with like $100, see what happens. I gotta ask the right questions. That's a good point. I gotta ask her, like, what can I invest in from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.? Maybe something like that. All right, that's a good. All right, I learned something today. That's what's up. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try Grok. I'm gonna try ChatGPT. I'm gonna see what I can invest in short term for like a day or something, or like maybe even a week. Fuck the day shit. Do like a week and invest a couple $100 into something and see what happens. But then, what if everyone's doing that? Because everyone has access to it. I gotta ask the right questions. I gotta figure out the questions and ask them in ways other people are not asking. That's what I gotta do. Like, what can I make about 5% on my money within the next week? Like a small amount. People aren't gonna ask about small amounts. They're asking, what's shooting up? What's shooting up? I'm like, what's going up? Maybe 2 to 5%, something like that. I don't think many people are gonna ask that. Not in stocks right now. The market's funny. Why surfacer? I've sold most of mine. Trump causing havoc. Oh, I'm still into my crypto. I sell shit. People are not using ChatGPT to trade. All right, guys. I'm gonna head to the gym. This has been a good conversation because I learned shit. You see, I learned shit, and it can help me with my business. Oh, I render crypto 30% upside. Trust me, man. Buy render crypto? Nah. I'm gonna listen to ChatGPT. If it tells me that, then I'll get it. But I'm gonna start doing some swing trades like for the week. Out of the market right now. I'm gonna do some trades for like week long, like Sunday to Saturday, and I'm gonna see what happens. All right. Thanks, guys. I owe you one. Later.